it's Kim from Expressions of the Universe, and in this broadcast I'm going to be talking about ghosts and spirits, thinning of the veil, magic spells, some free tarot for all of you if you want me to pull you a card, and of course the weekly wisdom for October 22nd through the 28th, 2017. So, good morning to all of you, good afternoon or good evening, depending on what time zone you're in. Hit the heart if you're ready for me to get started. So, like I traditionally do on my recorded weekly wisdom, I always go into my black magic bag and I pick a theme card for the week. See what the energy is going to be. So let's see what comes out today. Oh, this is nice, and I know who this matches also. It's resilience. So I hope you all can see that. And what resilience says to me is we need to be flexible. We need to go with the flow. We need to be resilient so that we can bounce back from difficult situations. Use your tools, use your protection, your crystals, candles. I have my mugwort going here. I like this before I do any of my readings, and this is how I come to you live when you order a reading from me. But I always burn this because it keeps the nasty spirits away, the ones that I don't want. And nobody wants the scary ones to come. But, you know, I have to be resilient as well and, you know, bounce back from those scary situations, or I wouldn't be able to do this. So if you're just joining, hit that heart, give me a like, show me some love, and I'm going to get ready to show you what the cards are for the week. I'm using the Halloween Oracle deck from Stacy DeMarco. I love using this deck during this time of the year, especially we're getting ready to move into 0 degree Scorpio. So let me tune in to this so that I can make sure that I keep up with all of you. And hopefully I could get this set up properly. Hello, Linda Jones. Hi, Nick. Thank you all for joining. So I'm doing the weekly wisdom early this week so that, hi, Paul. I'm doing the weekly wisdom early this week because I wanted people in other time zones to be able to join me live. They haven't been able to because I do it at night and they're sleeping. I have a lot of followers in the UK, Australia. I know Australia is sleeping. Hi, my lovely niece, Casey. I can't seem to get my little screen to connect, but I'm just going to kind of go with the flow. So during this broadcast, I'm going to do my weekly wisdom first, like I always do. And if you're just joining, the energy of the week is resilience. It's about being flexible. I have some doozies of the cards. Then, about 30 minutes in, I will be pulling cards for all of you. Hi, Carolyn. I'm trying to bring up my screen here so that I can keep up with all of you and your comments. Okay, I think I got it. Okay, so the card that's coming in for Sunday, Monday. Now, 0 degrees Scorpio will be hitting at about 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you're in the UK, Linda, add 5 hours to that, so it'll be about 6 a.m. tomorrow, your time. The veil is extremely thin, especially during this 0 degree Scorpio, which means spirits can come in. They can make contact with you. And I have been feeling it building up each day, the veil getting thinner and thinner and thinner. I've had so many synchronicities. I know that my family is here with me, my grandfather, my mother, my grandmother, all coming through very strongly in so many different ways. It's just amazing. And if you allow yourselves to tune in and tap into that, you can also experience that. So the card for today, isn't it really weird? It's Death, which is all about Scorpio energy. And it's also 0, but death is not the end. A lot of people believe that there's something more beyond this. That's what I'm talking about today, especially with the thinning of the veil and other worlds. So this card has come up before, most recently, and I'm just going to read a little poem. And 'tis not the end, though I may pass in the night, I get to do my time over, although you might get a fright. So that is the card for today into tomorrow. Interestingly enough, the next card for Tuesday came up at the same time that Death card did, and it is the spider. Oh, there we go. It's the spider. She spins her silk alone in the dark with hope of collection, sticky with dreams, weaving the worlds, a wide web of connection. And this is all about connecting, not only to the people here on earth, but to people on the other side. And whenever I see the spider, I always think about my grandfather quoting Sir Walter Scott in one of his most famous poems, Marmion, and it is, now it's eluding me. Oh, what a tangled web we weave when first we choose to deceive, something like that. Or also, too, he would always say, talking about deception, no matter how fine it's spun, a spider's web shows up in the sun. So no matter how well people try to lie, deceive, their web or their lies will eventually show. Now, I still can't seem to connect here on my screen, so I'm not able to keep up with the news feed for some reason. Hopefully this will connect. I'm just going to continue. So the Wednesday card is Skull of Light, and it's about illumination. And my little poem for that is, we can only stay in the dark, exist only in the midnight hours, but shining the torch, the victory is ours. And illumination, it's really interesting that it's coming in on Wednesday, because we may astrologically have some bit of a breakdown on Wednesday, and this illumination, the Skull of Light card, is going to shine the light on some of our dark places. And I've said it before, we don't like to look at our shadow side. However, it's so important for us to embrace that shadow side, because we are of both light and dark. No one person is all dark. No one person is all light. However, these shadow sides, we need to deal with them at this time, especially during this Scorpio transit. When we have Jupiter in Scorpio, we're just coming off of a Scorpio moon, so everything is extremely emotional. It's extremely intuitive. All of you can tap into this intuition. Pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to the signs that you see, numbers, literal signs. Our ancestors and our spirit guides are showing us the way every single day. Pay attention to nature. You know, I always talk about animal totems. Animals, birds that cross your path, insects, they all play a part in the signs that the universe or our spirit guides or God are trying to show you to lead you on your way. So we're going to have some eye-opening revelations come Wednesday, I feel, especially with this card. So pay attention and keep your eyes open and your mind open for the signs. Alrighty. Now, the card that comes in for Thursday is Hearth. And I love this card. The hearth was always the heart of the home. The heart of every home, the fire that unites. Winter's warmth centers, stories, love, and delights. And this is saying to embrace our family and our friends, those that are closest to us. Right now is the most important time to pay attention and to nurture those that really deserve our nurturing and our love. And that's our family and our friends, the ones that are true blue to us. And this is saying, keep the home fires burning. Don't be giving your attention away to people that really, truly don't deserve it. And I find a lot of us do that, especially us light workers, people that are trying to stay in, you know, a space of peace and higher awareness. A lot of times, because we're trying to save the world, we're giving all of that away. Well, take that energy and focus it on your relationships at home. That's what the hearth is saying. And then my Friday card, this came up before as well, and it's Ghost. Like smoke rising from the ashes, a mist from the sea, the dead, they are watching. They have come to haunt me. And if you've read any of my blogs, you know that I've been haunted my entire life, but I've learned how to deal with it. My sister and I just spoke about this yesterday, how my dolls, my little Madame Alexander dolls, used to talk, and she hated it. She hated because I wanted to always make her come and watch them talk, and she didn't want to see it, and she still doesn't want to see things. And you know, she has so much Scorpio in her chart. She's a 22-degree Scorpio rising. She's got her moon in Scorpio. Her Jupiter is in Scorpio. I predict this is going to be a fantastic year for her. A year of transformations and really wonderful things happening. So if you do have a lot of Scorpio in your chart, I predict that this could be a really fantastic year for you. Alrighty. So if you're loving what I've put out there so far, give me some hearts, show me some love. Is that my girl, Dana Ross? Woohoo! She is my princess of darkness. Dana Ross has really helped me to embrace my dark side that I had forgotten about. And I pushed away for a really long time because I was so afraid. Like, I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be in that darkness. But how can we be balanced? Today is the final degree of Libra. It's 29 degrees Libra. Today is your last chance to get things in balance, to bring harmony into your life, fairness, justice, maybe see the beauty that's all around you, and to open up to love. That's what today is all about. A lot of you, as my sensei, Chris Witecki, you know I love him. You know I promote him all of the time. I share his videos with all of you. He said a lot of us could be very tested today. No judgment. Do not judge yourself. If you don't get things done, if you feel like you're falling short, just observe where you stand. Because that 29 degree, it equals an 11, and that's all about integrity. So, and it's also a master number. Today is that final master step of Libra before we go into Scorpio. So my segue card, it's really, I just pulled this out just so that you could see, but the veil, this is my segue into talking about ghosts and spirits. There is a misty curtain that divides us all, the veil that this night thins, transparent the weave becomes, and the future no longer dims. So with tonight being that 0 degree Scorpio, the veil is extremely thin, leading all the way up to November 1st and 2nd, which is Dia de los Muertos. Well, of course, we have Halloween on the 31st. Each day, the veil gets thinner and thinner and thinner. If there's fog, drizzle, rain, mist, that acts as an electroconductor for spirits to cross over even more so than on a regular day. The witching hour, when the veil is thin all of the time, is anytime after midnight and before 5 a.m., especially around 3:30 in the morning. Excuse me. People often wonder, why is that? If you have been woke up and you look at your clock and it's 2:30, 3 o'clock, 3:30, you can almost rest assured that there is probably a spirit in your room and they're watching you. And it could be a good spirit, but what happens at around 3 in the morning, dew starts to set in. The temperatures have dropped, the sun is down, and there's more moisture in the air. There are less people. They're all sleeping. Businesses are shut down. Most people are not on the roads. So all of that quiet, in addition to the fog and the mist, the dew, allows spirit to come into contact with us. Here we go with my throat again. And if this is my niece's father-in-law, this feels more like a smoker's cough, and it could be my own. Anyway, getting back to the veil. So now ghosts and spirits, they are roaming the earth all of the time. But what I wanted to also point out about the veil, the ancient Celts used to call the time of the longest night of the year Samhain. They believed, Samhain is Halloween, they believed that there was a misty veil that separated the world of the dead and the living. Hi, Mary. I think maybe your husband is here with me. So the misty veil separated the world of the dead and the living, but on 2 nights of the year, Samhain and Beltane, the shortest night. Beltane is the, I think it's May 1st. It's right after the vernal equinox, the spring equinox. The finesse of the veil meant the ancestors were closer than ever, and even the gods would be close. This would mean that communications from the dead were more likely to occur. This happened the last time when my niece's mother-in-law tuned in, and I didn't know she was on. And I think I'm going to try and tap into this. Mary, he wants you to know he's here. And he watches you. And you know how loud he was. Now, this only happened to get my niece's mother-in-law, Mary's, attention, because he wants her to know that he is here with her. And he always is. He watches her. I believe he forced you to go on the computer that night. He woke you up and had you go on the computer so that he could say, "Hi, I'm here." Once I acknowledge him, then usually my throat clears up. So let's see. I've got the mugwort burning, Dana Ross, also. So if there's anybody on here that I don't know, let me know where you're from. Send me some hearts. Want to see those hearts going across the screen. So getting back to this, so while using this oracle as the veil lifts, and that's this oracle, know that the other worlds are close. Listen in particular to what messages may come forth around you. Look to what you want to happen, plan, set intentions, and think big. So thank you for all the hearts. So speaking about setting intentions, this is a good segue into magic spells. Now, I have a lot of tools of the trade. Of course, I've got my mugwort. I have some bay leaf in here as well. I have my sage that I smudged my house with. I'm also burning violet incense and sweetgrass because I love to bring that sweetness in. I like to keep the nasty dark spirits away. They are not my favorite. They scare me sometimes. And also, 2 live weekly wisdoms ago, I got attacked while I was on camera. So some of you who were watching do remember. But no, this is not marijuana. I don't smoke marijuana. This is mugwort. And I love this better than sage. I can put it in my bra. I can put it in a little mojo pack like I was showing you before. I do keep some in my mojo bag that Dawn Gibson Fowler had made for me. This keeps the nasty spirits away. And then also, because of this time of year, I have my black salt, which I've been taking a bath in every single night. Taking salt baths cleanses your aura. It also keeps those nasty ghosties off of you. But I got a nice big bag of black salt, and what I'm going to do after this broadcast is I'm going to draw a boundary around my entire property outside with the black salt to block out any of those nasty spirits. I don't mind if the good ones come in, but I don't want to see the nasty ones. I just don't. Who would? Who would want to? So let me see if anybody has any questions. So Dana Ross is saying, me too, it works so well. Mugwort is the bomb, and it truly is. I always used sage before, but I find that mugwort, and Dana turned me on to this, mugwort is just so much more powerful, and it's very protective. So keeping in tradition with my weekly wisdom, I always talk about the crystal of the week. This is going to be the crystal for the next couple of weeks. And I have several different kinds. I'm going to be using smoky quartz. Now, this is readily available. It's very inexpensive to use. Smoky quartz is wonderful. Not only is it grounding, it puts up a protective shield. So, of course, you know I'm going to be wearing this in my bra. It relieves anxiety and tension. It helps you to tap into the other side as well. It increases your intuition. I believe it also helps you see through that veil. So quartz is all about clarity and seeing clearly. And when you have the smoky quartz, it just adds a little bit of that darkness that so many of us really, need to embrace. Kind of like that skull of light. And I'm still trying to connect to my news feed so that I'm making sure that I'm not missing anybody. All right, so that's going to be my stone for the week. Now, getting back to magic, when it comes to magic, I love a good labradorite. This also is both light and dark. It illuminates the darkness that we choose not to see. And like I said, we need to embrace our dark side, because how can you heal as a human if you're not embracing all sides of you? This, I think too, when you do embrace the dark and the light, it helps you to tap into the other side. And a lot of people like to do that during this time of year, is to tap into the other side. It's the easiest time of the year to do that. So now I'm just trying to get a little situated here. Oh, I am having the most difficult time. I guess it just wasn't meant to be. And I think Chris Witecki even said that we could be having things may not go exactly the way we want to, like that perfectionism with the 11 degrees, the 29 master degree. So I'm just going to have to go with it. So let me see. Dana, put a mojo bag under your pillow with equal parts of sea salt and black salt until December for protection. Tell the dark spirits to come to me. They will leave you alone. Just make sure you let me know. LOL. It is working for others. So, and thank you, Dana. Let me do a little shout out. So Dana Ross is part of my sensei's group, Namaste Today, Serious Joy. She has her own website, SBI. What is it, Dana? SBI. They're on YouTube. But she has a Facebook page called The Holistic Hypocrite. So if you're interested in seeing a little bit of a darker side of the tarot and astrology, she's your girl. I have to watch her 420 porch time. I just adore hearing her say, good afternoon, y'all. Namaste. It just makes my day when I hear that. So thank you. SBI Radio. And she's doing that with Troy McAvoy, who is one of the admins for my sensei, and along with his mom, Jill Muffler. And I had down here that I'd be pulling cards for them if nobody showed up. So let me see. Does anybody have any questions for me? All right. No questions. I think I've gotten through all of this. I just want to also put out, since this will be rebroadcast and I am going to upload this to YouTube later, this is going to be my only weekly wisdom for this week. I just wanted to put out there that this is a great time of year for gift certificates. The holidays are coming, and I do offer gift certificates at expressionsoftheuniverse.com or at Expressions of the Universe on my Facebook page. The more you buy, the cheaper they are. So they are good for a 1-hour reading, which I will do the entire astrology chart, do the birth chart, and then you get about a half an hour tarot reading. I usually always go over, and my manager, aka my daughter, 29 degree Aquarius, is always trying to time manage me, because some of my readings wind up being 2 hours long. Sometimes there's just so much to say. Now let's see. Since Dana Ross is here and she's always supporting me and she's fabulous, I'm going to pull a card for her. The deck that I'm using for the tarot readings today is John Holland's, well, it's too bright, John Holland's Psychic Tarot deck. Hope you can all see it. And let's see, give me a random card for the month, unlimited possibility for the Scorpio. Yes, and happy birthday to all you Scorpios out there. Happy birthday, upcoming Dana Ross. You have almost a whole month to wait before your birthday. She's all the way at the very end, 29 degree Scorpio, Master Scorpio. So let me give these a little bit of a shuffle. Who else would like a card picked for them? Please let me know. If you have a specific question, I'd appreciate that. I'm going to make some room here pushing this back a little bit. I'm going to get rid of these lovely red roses so I could spread everything out. Do your readings. So if you would like a reading, please let me know, or forever hold your peace. Okay. Do this spread and see. Unlimited possibility, Dana Ross. Ooh, I see this one for you. Let's see. Huh. We have temptation. So, temptation is actually even the card of Scorpio, even though that says 15. I feel that temptation is very Scorpio-like. And what I'm picking up here is don't go back to your old ways. Keep moving on the path that you are on. Be careful with the drink, because you may be tempted to do something a little crazy. You know, Jupiter is in Scorpio. It's a very sexy year coming up for all of us, unless, of course, you're looking for the temptation. This also just cautions against overindulgence of all kind. Moderation. Remember, today is 29 degrees Libra. It's all about the balance. You have to remember about this balance all year long, Dana, and stay on the right track. Your videos are amazing, getting better all of the time. And I just want to let you know, just keep going the course. That was my advice for you. Let's see. So Casey, give me a good one. I have a coffee date this afternoon, okay? And Carolyn, all right, so let's see, Casey. I hope this is a good one. Oh, here you go. So it's firm foundation. Now, I believe this came up in a reading that I did for you recently. Firm foundation talks about your root chakra and strengthening that root chakra. You want to take that red jasper with you today, or your carnelian that we got recently, and even that Shiva lingam, because I want you to feel safe and secure. That's what firm foundation is. Just know that everything is coming together for you when you work on that root chakra. It's all about safety and security, not worrying about, do you have enough? Are you good enough? And just standing in self-esteem and integrity with who you are. So use those stones to help strengthen those areas. So it's almost like a fake it till you make it. You have to just project that you are safe and secure and strong and standing in your own power. That's what that firm foundation is about. Fake it until you make it, girl. All right, Carolyn. Carolyn, let's see. Shiva. So Dana even just said Shiva showed up for this. And yeah, that Shiva, I know it's a lot of sacral chakra, but the Shiva also will help strengthen that root with the red jasper. So Carolyn, oh no, how about this? Well, it's not that same card, Carolyn, that came up before. And I am going to say that this is around work issues, deception, and envy. This is not you. This is what's around you. So you need to put up some mighty, mighty protection. And I know that you have a bowl of crystals near you at all times, in your home and in your office. Make sure you have some of this smoky quartz, because this is going to put up a shield around you to protect you from this deception and envy. When you're as good as you are, people don't always like it. And you can't avoid that. But Don't worry about other people. Only worry about you standing in your own integrity and doing what is right, knowing what is right, using your wisdom for the greater good. And just tell those other people, it's Scorpio. This is your magic wand. Banish them away. Get yourself some smoky quartz. Put up that shield of protection. That's my recommendation for you. Anything good for me? Mary. Oh, hi, Erin. How are you? So let me get to Mary first. Wait, I'm going to do another little shuffle. Mix up the energy a little bit. Mix it up. All right, Mary, let's see. Isn't it strange, Mary, how my throat stopped as soon as I acknowledged? Okay. Mary, I think this one is for you. Okay. Movement, choices, and decisions. This is the number 2 card. This is saying you could possibly be meeting somebody, but you need to be open to it. Things are going to start moving forward. You have to make the conscious choice and effort to want to do that, or you'll just be stuck staying right here. This is saying that there's a lot of different possibilities coming up for you, different choices, different decisions to make. You are the master magician in how your life goes. So if you want things to change, you're the only one that can change it. You can get things moving. But this number 2 is saying to me that it's possible that you may meet somebody new within this coming year. But I'm feeling a resistance. I'm feeling a lot of resistance with that. So you're the one that has to make that choice and decision. And if you do, it could happen. It doesn't have to be some full-blown love affair. It could just be a companion, somebody that you do something with. You will not be dishonoring your husband if you do make that choice. I believe that he would want you to be happy. He doesn't want you to be alone, even though he's around all the time, and you're going to have to get used to that because he will be around. But I think he'll also show you the signs, and he'll help you pick out somebody really good. So that's my advice for you. Oh, let's see. Hands up, engaged middle finger. Oh, oh, that's Dana Ross. Yes, that was for Carolyn. So Erin, let's see what's happening for you. Now this card's standing out. Let's see. Fulfillment of, ooh, whoa. Fulfillment of wishes. So I know you had a really good card on the last weekly wisdom when it was 0 degrees Libra. And I think that was like a forward motion, the sailboat in the water. This is things coming to fruition. Finally. So whatever it is that you were looking for. And you know what, Erin? It's interesting because when I pulled that card for you the last time, that movement forward with the sailboat, I believe something really good had come through for you in regards to Hurricane Irma. It was like 2 days later, maybe 3 days later, and I know you know what I'm talking about. But all of that help came through with the Hurricane Irma damage. Now, this is saying there are new wishes that you can focus on. Pay attention because this is going to follow you throughout at least the first half of the year, at least for the next 3 to 6 months. You're welcome, Mary. So if there aren't any other people here, anybody else want a card? I know Paul was on here. Paul, if you're still there, let me know. I'll pull a card for you. That's right. Thank you for the heart. Send me some love. Send me some love. Linda Jones, are you still there? Hello, Yvonne Madeira. Oh, Paul's still there. So Linda Jones, I forgot, she's from the UK. This is one of the reasons why I do this, so that other people in other time zones can also get the opportunity of me doing the live weekly wisdom. So Linda, now this one's for Paul. So I'm going to pull that out. For Linda, oh, here you go, Linda. Let's see, what do we have? What do we have? Oh, okay. So I think this may have come up for you before. I'm not 100% sure, but it is sacrifice. This is just telling me that you need to continue to be strong. Look at this warrior woman who's standing here. It's not really about sacrifice, but sometimes we have to do things in our life that we don't really want to in order for the greater good. And so that could be a personal sacrifice that you are making, you know, upon yourself. I want to say just all of this juggling. I feel there's a lot of juggling of time and schedules, and you are very low on energy because you are just going and going and going and doing. And it's a small sacrifice for the greater good. There is actually beauty that will come from this sacrifice. This is saying, keep strong, lovely one. Mwah. Now, Paul, I have, this is interesting, Paul, and you get the card of transformation. Whenever I think of transformation, I think of this, oh, I can't even get my camera straight, the labradorite stone. That's all about transformation, magic. When the transformation card comes up, a lot of big changes are coming your way. Things are going to start moving and shaking. Now, I believe you just bought a house. You just built that beautiful garage that people could actually live in. I think your garage is more square footage than my actual house here. But expect a lot of big changes coming within the next 3 to 6 months for you. And some of them, there could be some ups and downs. Some could be really great. Some maybe not so great. But what you have to do is also see the beauty in the things that you deem or perceive as not so great, because it could lead you into a really great situation. All right, so you pull a card for oh, you know what? Dana Ross, I do have the intention of pulling a card for Sensei today. I already had it written on my list. I was going to get Chris, Dana, Troy, Jill, Chris, Adam, and my friend Cindy, because I didn't know if she was going to be able to make it or not. So Yvonne, let's see. Oh, and Christine. So I have a couple more people, Christine and Yvonne. Paul, I hope you liked your card. Big year coming for you. All right, let me just shuffle these up a little bit, mix up the energy. All right, Linda, so true. You know it. All right, so this will be for Yvonne. And we have spiritual strength, Yvonne. This is also telling you that you need to remain strong. Also, you want to tap in to that a higher being, a higher power. Meditation, getting out into nature will definitely be a benefit for you. You need to strengthen your faith and your belief and your hope in something greater. Stop worrying, because when you worry, you're only asking the universe to send you more of that. When I didn't get to talk about it, however, when I was going to talk about magic spells is, there's really not a whole lot to it. We're all making magic spells every single day. with our words and our thoughts and our feelings. So the words that you speak, the thoughts that you think, and the emotions that you are emoting and putting off of your body are magic spells. Those are the intentions that you're sending out to the universe, and that's what you're asking the universe to send you back. So if you're worrying about money, you're worrying about a love relationship, you're worrying about your family, you're worrying about your job, anything that you're worrying about, especially if you're carrying a lack mentality, that's a magic spell that you're putting out to the universe. So this spiritual strength, Yvonne, and this really could be for everyone, is you need to tap into hope and faith and stay in that vibration, because when you get into that space and you're just putting your faith that everything is going to work out, that is also a magic spell. You're putting out the intention. Oh, by the way, I have dogs. I gave them roasted bones, hoping that they would stay nice and quiet, but you never know. But yes, so you want to keep your thoughts good. You want to keep your words good. You want to keep your feelings good. When you are putting out there that you hate a situation, you hate a person, you are actually asking for that to come back to you. Believe it or not, you're just asking for more of that. You're attracting more of that. Think of standing in front of a mirror and saying those words to yourself in the mirror, or thinking those thoughts to yourself. That is really what a magic spell is. You're putting that out there, and it's going to bounce off of that mirror and come right back to you. Magic spells are all about intentions. I burn my mugwort. I use my salts, the different salts. I burn candles. As I'm lighting the candles, I'm setting an intention. I always light a gratitude candle first. It's like a dark navy blue. I'm always giving gratitude and thanks for unknown blessings. That's my number one. And then I'll light other candles depending on, what color. I usually always light a white candle. I'm sending love out to all the people that I know that need love, trying to send out peace out into the world. And then, of course, I go and I take my salt bath to nurture myself. So, Christine, thank you for your patience. This is your card. This is the universe. And what this is saying to me, in a traditional tarot deck, this is the world. And great things are going to be coming to you, the universe. This is saying that anything that you want is yours for the taking. Christine, I'm really curious to know, what is your astrological sign? If you're still there, hopefully. And you can let me know. If everybody can hear me, send me a smiley face or something, because my feed doesn't seem to be moving, and I just want to make sure you're all still there. Thank you. Oh, good. You heard me. So, Christine, if you hear me, this card is for you. The world is your oyster and is for the taking. Curious to know what your astrological sign is. So Cindy, I promised her, I'm not sure if she's here, but I promised that I would pull a card for her. I think I just need to spread this out a little bit more. If I've missed anybody and you want me to pull a card for you, if you have a question that needs to be answered, let me know. All right. I hope I didn't miss anybody. Cindy, I think this is for you, girl. Oh, no. Suffering in silence. You haven't been, because I pick you up all of the time. So Cindy has the same birthday as my daughter, and I don't know, somehow I'm really tapped into her, and I'm tuned into her. But Cindy, do not suffer in silence. Even if you have to go for a walk in the woods, scream, yell, let the universe know what your problems are. If you're having problems with other people, you really have to get up the courage and tell them. Because once you get this off of your chest, you will feel a lot better. Just make sure you do it tactfully so that you don't get fired, or I know your husband wouldn't divorce you, but if there's something he's doing that's bothering you, you got to let him know. If your kid is doing something, your friends, but I kind of think that it's your work situation still. That's what I'm picking up and feeling. All right. So I guess nobody else needs a card. I can't get the, oh, here we go. I think I got everybody so far, so I'm going to go ahead and, although oh, wait a second. Debbie Kaufman, you are here. Hi, Deb. Debbie, if you are still here. Oh, Kenny? All right, so my great nephew is on here. Go figure. Hi, thank you. And he would like me to pick him a card, and I see this one for him. All right. Ken, okay, so the card that comes up is emotional loss. And this really pains me to see this because I know that you are so quiet and very introverted, and you also are almost like this, suffer in silence. And this is saying that something is really paining your heart, or will be paining your heart very much. And I'm sorry. That makes me sad. But see this symbol in the back? Let me see. Go around this way. I'll go around that way. That's ammonite. And I did feature that in my show the last time. Ammonite is ancient. This is something that could even be from past life. This is maybe why you are so quiet all of the time. Some burden that you're carrying in from a past life. Ancient wisdom. I don't know what this emotional loss is. I mean, I kind of do, but, we are live, and I don't want to divulge too many personal things. However, talk to your friends, talk to your family, and talk to your sister if something is bothering you. Or you can call me, and I can do a reading for you. We'll see what's going on. I love you. Now, Debbie. 29 Aquarius, employ candle magic, it works. Yeah, so Dana, Cindy Kimmel, and my daughter are both 29 Aquarius. All right, let's see. So I know Debbie Kaufman, if you're still here, let me know. I'll pull a card. I'm just going through the news feed to make sure I haven't forgotten anybody. All right. Oh, okay, Deb. Yay, I will. I'm picking you. All right, Debbie. Okay, this one, girl. This one. Ho-ho. Rejoice in celebration. Good times are ahead for you. So it could be a new job, a grandchild, something you're going to celebrate, a wedding, or maybe you're just going to have a party and woohoo. Do you have a big birthday coming up, like a big number birthday? Something really exciting, like a big, huge celebration is coming your way, and it's all good. And I'm going to say it's somewhere in the, I was going to say 3 to 6 months. So either 3 months from now or the month of March. Something huge that you're going to be celebrating about. Could be a promotion, more money, hit the lottery. If that's the case, please share with me. LOL. So that's your card. I love when a good card comes up. Kenny, I'm so sorry. I feel horrible. I almost feel compelled to pick another card for Cindy and for Kenny because I don't like to leave things like that. Now, so Cindy, let's see. I think this may have come up for you before. I'm not sure. It's shadow. This goes with, this goes with that skull of light. You need to embrace your shadow side. You need to embrace the dark and the light. And Dana Ross says candle magic. You need to light some candles and burn away any of that yucky. And I love this card. It's really pretty. But this is good and evil, dark and light, and you need to embrace both sides of it because there is beauty in the dark and in the light. Now, Kenny, I want to pull another card for you just because I didn't like that card that I pulled for you. And this better be, oh, Kenny. Could it be? Could it be? Love begins? Love begins? Are you finally going to admit that Dana is your girlfriend? I don't know, but Kenny, I see a love interest coming. And it's the number 1, so it's the beginning of something beautiful. I would expect that this is going to come in by the new year, by January, or by your birthday even, because that could be the mark of the beginning. Like I always go by, my new year begins on my birthday. So, but I'm thinking by January, some kind of new love. That's your card. So much better than that other one. Now, I want to pull a card for Sensei Chris Witecki because he does so much for so many people. And I'm having a reading with him on Halloween. Hoo-hoo. I don't even know what he's going to say to me. I just really think I want to spend the hour talking to him and picking his brain for some astrological goodies that maybe I've neglected. But let's see what's in the stars and the cards for Chris Witecki. Could it be a new love? I don't know. Something with the business. I already see his card. All right. So, this is for Chris Witecki, and he is getting spiritual strength also. He's a sensei to serious joy. How can he even be more spiritually strong than he currently is? But this is saying keep the hope and the faith. I think maybe you've had a little bit of a loss of hope and faith recently. And this is saying keep the hope and the faith. You're holding up an entire foundation. Look at this. See this? So many people rely on you, but who is there to help you? Well, I just want you to know we all are. And you also have to count on these people that are surrounding you to help you to stay spiritually strong and keep going. And I think I want to pull one more card for him. Oh my goodness. Now I did shuffle the cards again, and he also gets the shadow card. So Chris Witecki, these are your cards, the spiritual strength and the shadow. I think it's time. I know you're always walking in the light, Chris, but this is saying you need to delve into and embrace that shadow, not only in yourself, but in everybody that's around you. Think about that 0. You need to know that there is goodness and beauty in both the dark and the light. And there's also strength and power in both the dark and the light. And if you heard me talk about the shadow and the dark and the light earlier in this broadcast, it's balance. It's also, you have to have both sides in order to be strong and powerful and to be a manifesting magician. Okay, so those are your cards, Chris Witecki. Now, I want to pull a card for Troy McAvoy. And I know we're getting near the end. Troy, the universe is yours, baby. I know that you're a master Aquarian also, but I think this coming year, you're going to step into your own and everything will be yours for the taking. I've already noticed a huge transformation in you, just in your appearance. Your aura has really been shining. This is your year coming up. Woo! Now for your mom, Jill Muffler, I have this card here. And this is saying, stand your ground. Stand your ground. So you may be at odds with someone. And this is saying, don't back down. Stick to your convictions. Stand up strong. Shout out loud from the top of those mountaintops in Denver, Colorado. And, you know, just stand your ground, like I said. And all will be well with you, Jill Muffler. And I have one more card I wanted to pull for Christopher Adams Strickland. He's also part of the Serious Joy crew, and I just adore him because he brings me so much serious joy. And Chris Adam, you get the card of transformation. This is going to be a huge transformational year for you. Things are going to be shifting from that darkness into the light. You too will be really coming into your own. I think somewhere around the Leo season, I'm feeling like when the sun is shining bright. So you're working on, looking at the calendar, and then come Leo season, you're just going to take off like kapow, bam. You're going to be a completely different person by the end of next July, August, than you are right now, and for the better. I see really great things happening for you. So the hour is up. I thank you all for joining me. Don't forget, I do live readings right here. I'll come right into your living room or your kitchen. You can order readings on my website at www.expressionsoftheuniverse.com or here on my Facebook. Click the Shop Now button. If all of you like this broadcast, please give me some hearts. Give me some love. Mwah, 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 mwah. Give me some love. Thank you all for coming. Thank you. Did anybody have any questions before I sign off? Any questions? I think I got everybody. I'm hoping that I got all of your readings done. Thank you. Until next time, peace out.